Okay, I have to change this up in a minute, but I should have my mic now. So do apologize for not streaming last week. Definitely my mistake. My buddy, he did not want to show up on the stream. So that is what it is. But I have something special. So you guys know I have 300 subs now. Thank you guys very much. I'm doing a Ryzen 7 1700 GTX 1080 build log and overclocking. So it's like halfway built. It's my old system. And I decided that nobody really wants to spend money on high-end builds that can't already do it themselves. So I'm going to sell my Ryzen 5 with a 1050 Ti I just bought. And I'm going to be rebuilding my Ryzen 7 build with my 1080 hybrid. And like I said, it's about halfway built. I have to do some reconfiguring. But you guys are going to be with me on that one. So, sound. Let me think here for a second. Audio. That's an option. Okay, so I don't want to do that yet. Remove the Elgato. That's fine. Let's add video capture device. Go. Hopefully I sound better now. That's the hope. There we go. So. Why is that not working? I'll put this over here. Sure, we'll go with that. And there we go. So let me go ahead and switch the audio over to the camera because it's probably way too loud if I don't. So audio, let's do that. Because I'm like right near the microphone right now. I suspect there's going to be a little bit of an echo. I don't know if I can remedy that just with how far away I am from the computer. In fact, I don't know if I can do this without messing everything up. I have the jankiest setup ever here. So, running all the way over. I don't think I want to actually record. Let me know if all that's working and everything. Let me check the stream. Good now. Okay, awesome. So, I gotta clear some stuff up. I apologize. I wanted to get the stream going here first. So, don't need that. We'll need this. I love building on carpet, as you guys know, but I'm going to do this right. I'm going to build on something. So, just bear with me. Let me grab my chair here. Oh, I shouldn't now. My world famous lawn chair. Hope you guys like that. Step over the power plug here. Turn this a little bit. Angle it down a little bit. So, it's part way done. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I have some room here. So it's part of the way done. I still have a bit to do, so you guys are going to see the building process here. Unfortunately, the screen's really far away. So any questions or comments you guys have, I won't be able to see. Actually, it's wrong. I can pull my stream up on my phone. I'll just have to mute it. Oh, yes. Sweet. So, no thanks. Live chat. There we go. I can pull it off my stream, so I don't have to get up now. So, to give you the story here, and I do apologize for keep going in front of the camera. I just need to grab everything. I asked the guy why he was selling his Ryzen 7 chip for so cheap. And I really had no intentions of buying it. I have a 1700X right now. But he basically offered me a 1050 Ti and some memory, if I can remember what I did with the memory, around here somewhere. 16 gigs for $300. So I couldn't really pass that up. I really couldn't. As much as I wanted to, I couldn't. And when I asked the guy why, he needed the money or else he's going to lose his job. So as much as I didn't want it, I felt that I might as well because I could put it to some good use. And I remember saying to myself, I'm going to forget where I put this memory at. And lo and behold, I did. Is it in here? No. I'll find it in a little bit. So, got most everything I need except the memory. Oh! Found it. So, now what do I do with my phone? Really? I'm not a streaming expert by any stretch. Oh. Baseball. Let me grab any other tools I'm going to need so I don't need to get up again. Screwdriver. I shouldn't need a flathead, but I'll grab it anyway. So, a lot of work to do on this still. A lot of work. But, it's going to be fun. Yes, it does. It can put quite a bit. So, having this fan tangle is not ideal. Actually don't know what I'm going to do with it. So, first things first, okay, memory's not in there. I'm going to pop this memory in. This is lower profile memory. So, it shouldn't have clearance issues with the cooler like my last ones did. Now, luckily, I actually have more RAM coming, and conveniently, his RAM is the exact same RAM I bought. Now, I actually have a 32 gig kit coming, actually 2/16 to be exact, so I'll just put this in for now and move forward here. I was at Best Buy today. No video card availability, unfortunately. Literally, they had a 1063 gig for like 220 bucks, but that was it. Okay, so we're good there. That's memory installation for those of you who haven't done that before. Get back here. Okay, I do have a backplate. Sweet. So, I'm using an H100i. For those of you that are curious, and I did not want to do that, hold tight for a second. My system is really, really, really jerry-rigged. But it is what it is. Stay. You know what? Flip this upside down. Problem solved. Okay, more slack there. Good. Okay, hopefully you guys have a pretty good view of everything here. Yeah, you can't find 1060s on eBay anymore, sadly. Which is really disappointing. So, but I'm gonna put a 1050 Ti in with a Ryzen 5, 16 gigs RAM, 500 gig SSD. I'm selling it. I'll probably lose a little bit. It is what it is, but I need to start getting some money back for this stuff so I can do more projects for you guys. You know what? I think I'll solve the problem with this chair hitting the door nonsense by closing said door. I need to grab thermal paste anyway. So, but yeah, at Best Buy today, my fiance's work, they have a 2 GPU limit. Oh, camera down, almost. Got it. They have basically a 2 per person limit, which is pretty good idea. Okay. So there's currently a day 1 1600 or 1700X. I'm putting 1600 in, lower base TDP, and it's a slightly newer chip. So, damn it! I hate when this happens. This memory controller doesn't like to stay there. So let's go ahead and get this taken out here. Let me grab my 2 SSDs. I'll actually probably get those installed sooner. Where does it say how many people I have watching? 5. Okay. Do I have... I do. Okay, good. What I did with my screwdriver... I literally just grabbed it. I lose crap all the time when doing this stuff. Literally all the time. Why well, I need my small screwdriver anyway? Okay. Still need my bigger screwdriver, wherever the heck I did with that. No, not there. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Bring this tray over because I'm going to need that later. Oh, it fell on the ground. That would explain it. So, M.2 installation is quite easy. Let me unplug these two real quick. So there's usually a little, whatchamacallit, stand to put it on. Now this is a 250 gig 960 EVO. I haven't used it in months. Should still have my operating system on there. I'm going to turn a little bit so I can see better, if you guys don't mind. Let me hit the record button so that doesn't pop up anymore. Okay. Oh, you do not want to lose this screw. So it's actually in slightly crooked. Now it's in straight. M.2 SSD in. Pull this chip out, just want to be careful. I always generally lay these on their back if I'm going to lay it anywhere. Try not to lay it on carpet, that's a bad idea. So I'm going to go install just the CPU for now. I have to take down the fans and do a bunch of stuff for the AIO, but I'll do that upcoming next year. But unfortunately, coin mining has literally ruined the entire GPU market. For those of you who don't know, there's a gold notch up here, and it should take no force to put it in and pull that down. So we're good there. I'll leave this for later. Let's start messing. Well, here, let me take this CPU, move it out of the way so I don't run it over. In fact, nope, I have a better idea. Let's put it back in this casing. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, you're out of the way, you're out of the way. Don't need you. Okay. So, let's take a look at these fans. So I have to reorient these a bit. So, let me move you guys back a little bit. And zoomed all the way out, right? Okay, good. Move this back a little bit here. You really don't want to see my janky ass setup right now. Trust me. Oops. Took the power cable out. That will definitely die very quickly if I'm not careful. Okay, let's flip this back over so you guys can see. So, the front fans should be good, maybe? No, I'll have to move them down a little bit. Not a big deal. Yeah, there's not. They had a 4 gig 650 for 140 where I'm at, and that's not worth it. I like to pick that card up for like close to $100 would be ideal. So that's what I'd be aiming for that. Move this back a little bit so you guys can see a little better. All I'm doing is just loosening these front screws. So spec wise, I have Ryzen 7 1700, 1080, obviously hybrid. I'm going to end up with 32 gigs of RAM after my package arrives here in a little bit. I'll have M.2 250 gig SSD, 1 terabyte storage SSD, EVGA G2 550 with custom sleeve cables. So that's pretty cool. Now this isn't going to be a full build log, just because you guys see like a lot of this stuff's already been ran and done, because this has been like an empty shell for a while. Not like empty, but like not a ton of things in it. So I really hope, I'm not saying I hope Bitcoin mining dies by any stretch. I mean, I'm all for people utilizing technology to make money. But I do hope that these new solutions that are designed for coin mining take off and allow us, the consumer, to be able to buy cards at reasonable prices. You know, it's horrible you have to spend extra $100+ retail on a card that was a lot less, what, a couple months ago. Wow. This case only saw like a couple days of use. So all I'm going to do here is grab my screwdriver and I'm going to slide the fans down. Because this fan up here, that I need to untangle and unplug. Okay, good there. It's plugged in on the back here to the fan controller. Okay. Sorry I didn't show that part. I really didn't feel like moving the case around here. So these are actually RGB. They're Corsair SP120s. So good fans. Oh, I don't have fan screws for these. Apparently I'm totally not actually ready for the stream. Ooh, almost took out the camera again. Almost. Found some. Oh. So the problem with the two big issues with GPU mining is A, what we're dealing with right now, which is there's a big demand for it, so obviously it's driving prices up. So that's obviously an issue we're up against. The other issue is it kills the used market, because what happens is people are going to question, you know, when you go to buy these cards a couple, you know, a year or so down the road after they burn out, because mining will burn cards out very quickly, several times faster than like just using it for gaming. And I can explain that in a couple minutes here, but you're going to have a bunch of basically used cards that aren't going to be worth much because of the mining craze, which stinks. You know, you want good resale value. Give you an idea, I just sold a GTX 770 for $50, and that was probably right around market value, that card. Could I have gotten a little more? Maybe. I mean, I also did sell to a friend, so I mean, I definitely gave them a discount. But ultimately, cards already depreciate quick enough. We don't need to depreciate them any quicker, because everybody's worried that these cards are mined with. So the reason why mining is bad for a GPU is, first of all, it stresses points of the GPU that aren't normally stressed to that level. So you're using the compute cores to do long calculations rather than render zeros and ones and make an image. I dropped something. Oh, I'll get that in a second. Number two, they run hotter and they run 24/7. So let's think about it for a second. Let's just say you game 8 hours a day, every day. I don't game 8 hours a day. I game a couple hours a day. By default, even if my former point is not 100% correct, which my point's been challenged before, it's a stance a lot of other people take, but logic would say you'd wear it out 3 times faster. And That's true. So you're basically getting, assuming you game 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, which people don't. Not that I know of, unless you're like a pro gamer. You're going to wear that card out in 3 to 4 years. It'll probably stop working. You can get longer on most cards because you don't game that for long. Most cards usually last 5, 6, 7 years before they start to falter, and I have cards that are older than that. So I have a GTX or 9800 GT that still works. I have 2 of them. So that's the big problem. And that's what we're kind of dealing with here. So kind of what I'm doing. I should probably turn this so you guys can see. So basically, I'm just taking out the top fans for the time being because I'm hoping the cooler will fit. I'm still not convinced it will, but we'll find out. So, but yeah, that's kind of why. But then everybody's argument to having dedicated mining cards is they don't have a resale value. Well, I don't. As an enthusiast, I don't want those cards being resold on the market. I don't want mining cards being picked up by unsuspecting people. People that don't have, you know, Ryzen 7 chips laying around, and, you know, people that they're going to pour all their money, all their spare money into a card because they found one for a good deal, but it might last them 6 months to a year, if that, if it even makes it that far. And then they spent their hard-earned money basically on a paperweight. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So the whole miners aren't gonna go for it because they can't resell their cards. If a miner's selling their card and they don't list it's been mined with and explain in layman's term what that means to the average people, then I think that's wrong. I'm all about being open and honest. My died less than 18 months. Stupid oh. Yeah. BFG, I remember that. I think that stood for Big Effing Graphics. Or something of that nature. God, I hate fans. As you guys know, I absolutely hate doing fans. They're banning my existence. So I'm glad to be on top again. I mean, not that a Ryzen 5 is a slouch, but curious to see how that fan's getting kind of loud, the Hyper 212 fan. I might put one of my SP140s on there just so it does better. Okay, so I have, I don't know if I should, I guess I should do this on camera. I have nowhere to put this though. Will that work? Yeah, that'll work. So basically, all I'm doing right here is taking off the SP120s. Yeah, with a straight head screw. That's going to work well. Should probably turn this on the side. Make life easier. Or turn it towards you guys at least, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll just take the rear fan out as well. Yeah, the Hyper 212 is a really good cooler, but I'll be honest, it's a good value cooler. It's one of the best ones for its price, but it's not a fantastic overclocking cooler. But that being said, though, I did get a 7600K to 4.8 without really hitting 80 degrees, so that was impressive. Given the fact that the whatchamacallit, the 7700K Intel's telling you not to overclock because voltage spikes and it's overheating, which I think is one of the biggest jokes of all time. The fact that you sell a warranty to guarantee your CPUs, because you can actually buy a, they used to do it anyway, a warranty. If it dies while overclocking, they'll replace it. You spend It's usually about 10% of the purchase. So, oh, screwdriver down. Oops. You know what? Yeah, let me put this down here because I'm going to break this. Good. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a good overclock for Sandy Bridge. You're probably near 1.4 volts if I had to guess. So that sounds about right because the hit. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I hit 5.4 on my 2600K around 1.5. And no, that was not for 24/7 operation. That was actually for testing purposes. Ambient temperature was negative 20. Basically, I was working in a computer shop. Damn it. Not too far away from where I live. Probably about, well, it's a bit further away now, but it was about a half-hour drive or so. And last year he was open. The owners wouldn't fix the piping or put heat in or anything like that, so we stopped paying the rent. Then they sold it, but it definitely was really cold in there, and it, with the space heaters and everything, ended up popping the breaker a couple of times. So I was putting out so much heat, or electricity rather. I definitely was up over 200 watts in that CPU. Come on. Okay, so both fans are off. Now, I'm using the two fans that I just took down. Well, here's what I want to do first. I want to do a test fan. So, looks like it'll fit, but boy, you want to talk about barely. I wouldn't exactly call that fitting either. Okay. How do I want to do this here? Alright. So I'm going to take these fans out completely out of here. I'm not 110% sure how they're mounted. But we'll find out together here. Here's what I'm going to do. This is the LED controller. Problem solved. Let me unplug it. Anything from the front here. So now I should be free to okay. There's one. There's two. Okay. So, I didn't really reveal this to you guys here, but as I was kind of doing this, however, you want to talk about close clearance, the RAM actually comes inside by like a millimeter in here. That's going to be close. We shall find out. So let me do a test mount. So I'm definitely going this way. Okay, so I want like this. Okay. So how to do this, probably the most correct way. So I want to get two of these started. Actually, probably all four. We get two to put in place. The other two should fall in place here pretty easily. Okay. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So now that I have 4 screws in, I really do not want to put this in the front of the case again, so I really hope I can make this fit. Probably have to take the ram sticks out and then put them back in, I suspect. Really? I don't want to let these hoses hang too much on their own without any kind of tension, so. So, I have a 1700X and a ASRock board I'll be selling soon for, again, anybody that is interested. I'll definitely sell for a good price. Don't worry about that. I won't. I've actually gone as low as $300 for a B250 board from ASRock. I have a guy I'm waiting to hear back from. But yeah, B250 board from ASRock, and then the CPU, which would make it so I break even on what I bought today. So it is what it is. Once I can't wait till I get to 10,000 subs. If I actually, or 1,000 subs rather, if I actually have a decent sized audience at that point, I'm gonna take any donated money. Well, not any, but I'm gonna take some of the donated money and do like charity builds and stuff like that. Stuff to give away, so that'll be pretty cool. It's probably 2 years down the road though. It'll take me a while to build up the channel, but especially since somebody posted recently, how come I haven't live streamed recently? And I feel bad because sure, but life happens, and I don't do this as a primary job as much as I would love to. Oh, speaking of which, I want to bring this up. I post on the LTT forums. And I swear Linus is stalling. No, not really, he isn't. But I was talking about his cost overhead because it's like I'm going to point it out with. It's not in my business like how much he makes or anything other people make. But the purpose of the whole thing was to talk about, you know, the fact that he has, 20 plus employees. And from the listings that he was paying somebody to do video editing or benchmarking was like 50 grand. I don't know if that was US or Canadian, but he doesn't pay his people pennies. And the purpose of my post was to talk about, you know, how much higher Linus's expenditures are over other YouTubers. You know, if he's paying his people on average 50 grand a person, and obviously some people more, some people less, depending on jobs, how much, you know, he's obviously generating a lot more revenue because he invests a vast majority of his money back into the business. I would be surprised if he actually took home, as an individual person, as much as somebody like MKB, you know, or Kyle, Paul from Newegg, like any of those guys, Jay, you know, they're all good people. They all work hard. They deserve to take home however much money they want. It's their business. But and that was an interesting thread because he actually commented, and also, and Jay also commented as well, and yeah, that was actually kind of interesting to see those guys involved into that. Okay, let's see. We have clearance. Yes, we have clearance. You have no idea how happy that makes me. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Did the motherboard get updates for RAM? I don't know on this one. Honestly, I haven't used this board in a while. It is the X370 Pro by Asus, or Asus, whatever you want to call it. So, I actually don't know that answer. We'll find out, but I want to say yes. RAM speed actually was an issue on this board. I hit 2933 on it without too much difficulty. So, man, you guys have no idea how happy I am right now that this fits. Yeah, so we'll I'm gonna be doing some overclocking here over on this side. I'm going to make sure it boots up fine and everything like that. It already has an OS and everything, so. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll switch over to do some gaming on like a 1050 Ti with live stream using OBS, and we'll go from there. Yep, I knew I was short a screw here. There we go. I can't really express how happy I am this is going in the top. Okay, yeah, see, I had, I just realized I should adjust this here. So, ooh, that looks crooked as heck. A little better. So what happened was my RAM was too tall. And let me get this last two screws started here. I'll finish in a second. So let me show you the issue here. So, oops. So you can see here. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit actually. Yeah, so there's not much clearance here. My taller RAM was clipping right here. It just fits. Like there's only like 2 millimeters of space here. That's what the issue was I ran into before. Okay. Spin this. I'm going to actually grab these. I'm going to need these in a couple minutes. Don't want you going anywhere. Always try to do this in a cross pattern if possible. Oh. Okay, that part is done. Lift this up here. Felt like something just fell, but it's fine. I'll deal with it when the time comes. Let's see. Okay, so your view is decent. Where's my thermal paste? There it is. How do I do this here? I'm thinking like this. See how tension looks. Actually, I'm not going to mount that yet. A better idea. Let's show you guys what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and you guys can't see him, so I'm a little bit too high up. Sorry. I don't want to adjust it too much. Take this fan out because I want to get this mounted to the radiator. Because that'll give me an idea how I want to mount the CPU cooler depending on if that interferes or not. So that's going to be the $1 million question. Yep, it is a 1700. So in my room currently, so in this room we have a 1600, 1700, a 1700X, and another 1700. Now, 3 of them are technically in use. There we go. Yes, I'm just going to throw my fan down. It's a fan, it'll be fine. So, I hate to install this now, but actually I don't have to. I'm just going to turn this a little bit here. I have 3 screws that I took off in the previous build. Very similar to the Corsair ones. Okay. So I'll have to mount like that. You know what? That's fine. I'll just mount it like such. Let me turn this a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I forget if these came with this or not. It came with an EVGA fan by default, which honestly actually did a really good job. So the reason why I'm changing it up is, well, I have another SP120 RGB, which is good for static pressure. So why not? Oops. Thermal compound, if anybody cares. I'll show you guys what I use in a second here. Totally never do that, by the way. Arctic Silver, 5. Yeah. That's what I use. Good stuff. Doesn't cost a lot of money, so that's why I use it. I might spend like $5 a tube, and that tube will last me 20 or so applications, give or take, so. Okay, so let's pop in the card. Yes, it's all the right distance here. Oh, whoops. Can't do that right now. There are most definitely thumb screws in the way. Fail. Okay. Okay, now I can install it. Actually, one of these I need to pull down here. Nope, not you. I need to get this one down. Oh, I done messed up. Damn. So, this is going to be fun. Explain what I did wrong in a second here as I turn this to the side. The H100i covers the CPU fan header. Now, while the fan that's connected in right now, I'm able to pop out, it's going to be fun later. I'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay. Let's take a look here. Will this fit up top? Most likely not. So, I don't know if this will fit sideways. I'm curious. Nope. So this has to fit facing around, which is not a big deal at all. In fact, it actually might even work out a little better. Yep, we're good. So let's run this fan line under here, and then something I learned here with this GPU. Reason why these two connect together. Okay. Screws for the back of this radiator. I don't know what I did with my other one, but isn't too difficult. biggest challenges is getting this to lay all the way back and getting screws started here. So I'm probably going to have to do this. I'm going to have to turn it this way for a second. I'm sorry, guys. Wow. How did I pull that one off? I would really like to know how I pulled that one off. And if that's really where I think it went, I'm not happy. So, I need different screws. What ended up happening there, for anybody interested, was the screw actually went through the back. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Okay, here it is. Now, lay the graphics card down to the point where it won't fall and get better screws. So, this is something useful to have, and that is a giant screw bin. So that way, when you're in this situation, you should be able to find screws. Well, that's the hope anyway. Definitely never a guarantee. There's a couple different size screws I can grab, so that's, I think I know which ones I want, but I'm going to grab a couple of each. I'm looking for the hex head looking ones. Let me see which ones fit this radiator the best here. Not sure if I like those or not. Okay. And of course I dropped the one that I need. Okay, 2 of those, 3 of those. I need a 4th. Basically, I have 2 different of the same ones. Not the right thread pattern. Still not the right thread pattern. Nope. Love having a screw bin until you can't find a screw you want. I think one of these have to work. Could be wrong. I'm going to try that anyway. So let's fire this back in here. works. Try to square this one down here. Hey, it works. So I found the right size for once. And one more. Probably the harder one, but I'll see if it'll reach. It does. Cool. Okay. Put that there. Now that that is in, and that's kind of what I was afraid of. This. So, pull that there. This is why I waited a little bit to do this one, because that's what I'm going to ultimately do. So let's get our thumb screws in here for our graphics card, which on this particular GPU is difficult because of how deep. Really? Okay, problem solved there. Okay, again, gonna have to turn it. I can't freaking see from this angle. The one downside of live streaming is trying to do everything so people can see. It's not always easy. I did this before. I had to do it by hand. Hey, got one. God, I hope I don't have to take this out again. That'll not be fine. That's tight back there. That's really tight. Okay. Now, the fun part. I wouldn't say fun, but just the next part. There's that. There are these, so gonna go ahead and get this CPU pasted up here. That just dawned on me, I don't have all these screws all the way down. Totally missed one. That would have been annoying. Okay. So I have to be quick about this because I'm doing it vertically. Never recommend doing this vertically, just a heads up. Ah. Stupid man. Okay, you're getting turned again. So I can do this vertically and show you guys here. Let me do this here. Let me screw this down a little bit. Tilt this back a little bit. Okay. And my hands are too big for this crap. Sometimes I swear. Okay. Now that one's done. No idea what it was sitting on. Oh, nothing important. Let's go ahead and screw this down a cross pattern. As per always our recommendation here at PC Budget Solutions. Next comes cable management, which honestly I'm probably not going to worry about. I'm going to fire it up. Start doing some overclocking here. Once everything is on the up and up here. So that's good. This has to somehow, oh God, this is not going to be fun. Why did I not realize this was going to be a problem? So, oh, I got so lucky there. Okay. As for this, get on there. This. God. I doubt I'm getting lucky 2 for 2. Wow, I got lucky 2 for 2. So good there. Okay. So I'll turn this around. I'm going to lift this up a little bit here so you guys can see what I'm doing. out here. So let me plug in the graphics card real quick. Two 8-pins. This pump is going to be a pain in the ass. I just know it is. Oh, put the SSD in. So that's good. So, where did these go? Okay, so these went over here, it looks like. How many spots do I have? That spot's definitely not going to be used, so I need basically 3. Unless I can get lucky and get that spot up there. Oh God, I have no idea how that's going in. None whatsoever. Let me deal with this now. Really don't want to, but I'm going to deal with it now. You guys have been quiet recently. Wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. I don't see a plausible way of plugging this in without taking out the cooler. So let me try to get a little bit of luck here. I can plug it in somewhere else, but I really want this to have PWM. This ought to be interesting. That's something we're going to stand on. Damn it. Do it this way. Really don't want to know how I'm doing this here right now. Like, we're not going to talk about it, kind of. Basically, long story short, I'm trying to get this to line up with the pins. I'm going to use a straight edge to put enough pressure to put it down. And I feel like it's going to be a waste of time, and I'm going to have to pull the cooler out anyway. But it's worth a shot. So here's the other thing, there's actually another 4-pin fan header in front of it. So I have to get it over that one. And then I really don't want to take the cooler out. Alright, cooler's coming out. It's not going to happen. I really don't want to do this. I'm just going to take up more time for you guys. I know you guys want to start seeing some overclocking, so no, probably not worth it. with the cooler out, I'll also wire up some of the fans too. Now, overclocking Ryzen isn't super difficult once we get there. Basically, there's RAM speed, timing, voltage, core speed, voltage, and SoC, which has a lot to do with memory and CPU overclocking. So, okay, cooler's loose. So, plug you into here, and then this will be fun. So let's go. Top fan is also going to plug into there. The two bottom ones will plug in around bottom. Oh God, that is this thing. Whatever. There we go. Fucking hell. Hate that fucking fan controller, Corsair. I hope you never invent something like that again. All it does is control the RGBs. It's annoying. Okay. Okay. I need to check on that CPU because that Hyper 212 keeps turboing up pretty loud. Probably because I'm using CPU streaming instead of Shadow Play or something like that. But I don't know how to stream camera capture with Shadow Play, or else that's what I would be doing. Still need to cross threads here. So I wasn't paying attention for a second. Okay. That part's done. Now. Let's... Okay, that thing sticks to everything but what it needs to. Yeah, excuse me. Okay. So let's take a look here. Top fans. Please tell me I run the top fans out here. So that's 1, 2. Okay, so these two we're going to plug in like such. Oh, you guys can't see, sorry. Oh God, it's crooked. So these two are going to plug in like such. Nope. Try one again. Nope. Okay. Those are good. You go there. You go there. And these three are going to come up the back here. This case's cable management is by no means that good. I need SATA power I have right here. I feel like there should be a SATA cable here, but maybe I'm wrong. Not mad, it doesn't need to move. Alright, so all I need at this point is SATA cables, and I should be good because I have two fans to plug in, which I'm going to plug in at the bottom here. Okay, let's see here. Got two up top, the two on the bottom, and then that one. So, just run these. Oh, that's what I want to run. Actually, a hole right near the power supply. I can run these up too. I'll spin this around so you can see what I'm doing here. There are two at the bottom here. Flip this over. Now, luckily, I don't have to route anything else because everything else has pretty much been pre-routed, thankfully. So everything should be good to fire up at this point. Let me take all these screws and put them back where I got them from real quick. There should be an operating system on here, I believe, so all I'm going to do is put the fan filter back on, which I'll do in a second. So guys, if all else goes good and everything boots, we're going to go ahead and do some overclocking. So, get you out of the way, put you back on top. So now I have more air pressure in than out. That is ideal for most situations. There we go. Oh. There we go. So we're good there. I'm just going to put the front back on real quick. Get this out of the way here. Every time that happens, that bottom corner one likes to get stuck. I never know why. Damn it. I'm going to scratch this tempered glass. Alright, screw it. Okay. I should be good on battery. I'm going to unplug this here. Take a look, see where I'm at on battery. Yeah, I have another 2 hours of battery, so I can scoot this over to my side. The reason I want to do that is so I can actually see everything that's going on. This is going to stay here. This back over there. Move these two things off to the side. Oh god, this is a giant mess of crap. Just get enough room here to move everything around. Good. Get you out of the way. Move these two guys out of the way. Okay. I do see there's a recent comment here, so I apologize. Oh no, that was him. Oh, something else. Let's, well first of all, get some airflow in here. Get this mofo booted up. Ethernet. Display port. Okay. Turn that bad boy. Oh. And then let's check our source here. There we go. Okay, new CPU installed. Don't want to be in the way. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Okay. Good CPU temp. Wow, the memory, is the memory already running at 3000? No. No way. Yes, it is. Oh, that's the CPU. Never mind. I was really excited for a second. Okay, so first things first. Let's reboot. Yes, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get the latest driver. And then we will go from there. What am I doing with my phone? There it is. That way I can still monitor the stream here. It's been a while since I fired this up. Yep, let's say it should have Windows on it. Oh, it is a clean install. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't run a SATA cable. Durr. That's fine. I still think it's a clean install. I think there might be still some stuff on there. So let's go with Asus X370 Pro. So let's get that. Let's get HW monitor downloaded. Let's get, we're going to get IDA 64 downloaded as well. go to support. Driver and tools. Also, let's get that. Let's get, oh, I need CPZ. Not even worry about the GPU stuff right now. Save as. Yes, that's fine. Bias. Ooh. I think I'm on this one. So, I think this should be good. And then, bias utility. I want, oh here, let me get this going here. That's right, there's something wrong with this mouse. Okay. Let's go to regular utilities here. That's what I want. Easy update. Why are you giving me a weird code? Okay. Everything's running good. GPU's good, CPU's good. Oh, shots one more time. Great. CPU-Z does not want to load. Lovely. Yeah. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Let's install AI Suite here. Sure. We'll extract all. Then let's get this all set up and going. Blue screen? Shouldn't be a blue screen. There we go. Try reboot. So the reason why I'm not using 1700X, even though it could potentially be been better, the 1700 starts at a lower TDP. So I feel like I can get lower power package personally. So if you start at 65 watts, and let's say stock voltage is 1.2. I'm running 1.35. I did this in my last stream, but basically, I feel like I'll get a better temperature package, meaning that I'm going to put out less overall heat, less wattage is really what I'm looking for. So while my 1700X might hit 4.1 or 4.0 gigahertz versus say like 3.9, I think like I hate this mouse so much. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot lower wattage on the CPU. That's kind of what I'm looking for. That's all I was looking for. We'll go to sweet 3. Oh, come on. Hey, when it doesn't want to load all the way. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh. Here we do the bias. Where did I download that to? I could have sworn I downloaded it somewhere. Wait. So let me put this on there. There we go. Oh, come on. You're killing me. Killing me, Asus. Okay, got a black screen. Why did I lose video? And this is always where the fun begins. What fun. Due to RAM issues. Granted, it's a brand new kit, but probably need to reload Windows at some point. It's probably the original Windows load. Oh, I got to save the cable later. Okay. I just don't want to make you guys sit through another Windows load, to be honest. I feel like you guys have sat through a couple of those. Oh, Windows updates too. Get the fuck out of here. Actually, you know what? I feel like I should do it through the BIOS just in case. May not be a bad idea. This is just my test mouse. It double clicks sometimes. Okay, this Windows load is garbage. Let's get this BIOS update done, and then we'll move on from there. Okay. Tools. Exit that. Try this one more time. Jeez, my phone's almost dead. So I'm going back to the 460X here. By no means is it my favorite case. It's nice. I really like the Micro ATX Kohler Master case I have, but it is what it is. Now that I got the top mount, it should work. And closing up this panel shouldn't be too hard. I just have to run SATA power. Get everything transferred over from my old drive to my new drive. And we should be golden. And then I have a 550 Ti in there. Oh, you know what? I wonder if my package came yet. Let's go to Newegg. Read the app. No, it has not. That's disappointing. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to jump in front of the camera and back around. I'm going to switch views for you guys. Yeah, so 69 degrees Celsius while streaming there, so that definitely is a little bit on the warmer side. A little bit higher there, so you guys see what's going on. If you guys don't mind, hopefully you don't, I'm going to go take a quick piss and grab something to drink because I'm famished, to say the least. I'm back. I'm curious what the hell happened while I was gone. I guess I'll find out in a minute, or you guys are yelling at me that my computer locked up. One of the two. Okay. Nope, nobody's yelling at me. Okay. Tools. Oh, nope, we're good. We're on the right revision. Okay. So, first things first. Guess let's boot into Windows and make sure that works. Got some fried rice here, by the way. Haven't really eaten at all today. I had a bowl of cereal this morning. So, don't mind me. If Ryzen Build, so can I. I'd like to meet him in real life. Because he's a tech enthusiast. He's not the end-all be-all by any stretch. I would go to say that there's a lot of people more knowledgeable about tech than I think he is overall. But his mind goes a mile a minute. He works hard. He works really hard. He's dedicated. He's trying to build his company. And while he doesn't know everything, you know, he finds stuff out. He researches stuff, learns it before he does videos on it. Usually, not always, but usually. So, okay, so we're in Windows. Let's reboot and go to the BIOS here. Flavored water, good. Refreshing yet sweet. So first thing I'm going to try to do is get RAM overclocked to its rated specifications, which I actually don't know what that is, so I'll find out here in a second. So to do so, we're going to go to AI Tweaker. Oh wow, that froze for a second, that scared me. So let's just see, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for like AMD's XMP. No. Okay, maybe, there we go, that's what I was looking for. Okay. No. So that'd be the first thing I want to do. 1.35. Okay. Manual 1.2. So, let's see if this works. This is what I'm looking for. Basically, if it comes back up or not. We have it posting. Doesn't mean we're getting anywhere. So now I'm going to download. Okay, boy, I thought hung up on me there for a second. Let's see what CPU-Z is showing here. Now an issue with my B350 board. If I had lost power, like unplugged it or did a cold boot, BIOS settings reboot. Okay, so we are running proper speeds. So let's download IDA64. And we're going to run this for about a half an hour. That's not end all be all that it's stable, but that's why I feel comfortable running out for the time being. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to switch over to my computer and play some WoW with the, whatchamacallit, 1050 Ti with my Ryzen build. You guys will watch me. We'll do some Q&A and all that stuff. I'll be eating a little bit, and then I'll keep this here, like all this here, and I'll switch over, and we'll what I'll do is I'll do a zoom view, so you guys will be able to see. Let me. I wonder if you guys actually saw that or not. That's funny. Kind of want to do a that kind of view. Okay, let's get this running here. Now, this is running at 2933. AMD, for some reason, doesn't do 3000. So, I mean, I'll be happy with this level. So, now what'll be cool, though, is I'll be able to do some benchmarks down the road here, maybe next day I'm off or so. And we'll see how well it does. So that's going to be interesting. So, yes, I know, it's evaluation. Stability test. Go. I don't expect this package temperature to go north of 55, so just a heads up there. So, let me move my chair back to my spot, and I'm going to plug my phone in. And you guys are going to game with me for a little bit, since you guys seem to like that. We got in front of the camera here. Okay. I'm going to plug my headphones in a second. Okay. And then, let me switch you guys over. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm gonna move everything off to a separate screen. Let's load up World of Warcraft. As I'm eating. Okay. Okay. So, let's be honest. 1440p, a 1050 Ti can't handle level 7 settings that well. So I'm going to turn down to 5, just because I think that's more realistic. You hear me twice. Let me see something here. Shouldn't. Are you sure you hear me twice? Because I should only have one microphone running right now. My desktop. Okay. How about now? Let me know if you still hear me twice. Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. Got it. Yep, I got it. I figured it out. Sorry about that. That was still picking up a little bit. I just turned up and down a second ago. So should be good. So should be good now. I think I figured it out. So let's do some world quest here. Good. Yeah, I'm still new to this stuff. Definitely appreciate you guys letting me know. Oh, nether shards. I need these badly. Okay, so let's go to Stormheld. Stormheim. So I think 1440p, level 5 settings, pulling some pretty good frame rates. What do you guys think with a 1050 Ti? Sorry, I'm hungry, guys. So, perfect. So, now mind you, I'm running 1440p. That's why I turned it down to 5. I run my 1080 Ti at 7. The reason why is we discovered in a previous stream that to jump from 7 to 8 is a huge frame rate difference. I can sustain over 100 FPS out in the world in Legion at 7 in most scenarios, but 8 drops it down to like 60. And same thing with rating. It's about a 50% performance boost. So I'm not really interested in running it maxed out. The game's not optimized worth a damn. It is what it is. You can't fix it. I run other games way better. So, I mean, that's kind of why I have it set up that way. Before I sell this, I'm going to have to get a different fan. That Hyper 212 is so noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Let me know how the background is. I feel like it's a little bit too loud. I've actually been a tad more focused on protection over arms. I've always liked tanking, I really have. And they're pretty close. The view distance is probably what kills it the most. So, you know, that's probably has a lot to do with it. And when you turn the settings down, one of the things you turn down is view distance. So, come on. I don't generally now at level 7 across the board. I generally don't get, like, except maybe a couple specific rates, so I get in the 30s. Outside of that, I'm much higher for the most part. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, I'm also running 1440p. I don't recall if you are or not, so excuse my ignorance if you are. So let's check on. Still going strong. Rage, you will dip a lot more. If you've seen my streams, I'm not sure if you've seen many of them recently, I dip into the 40s and sometimes roll upper 30s like Spell Blade and stuff like that. Because here's the two reasons why I dip so far. A lot of spells going on, which is the big thing. And also on top of that, you're dealing with view distance issues. So... No. Fail. Oh. Didn't mean to. Come on. Guy should probably stop fucking with me. You're not going to kill me, dude. It was an accident, and you're being a fucking douchebag about it. Honestly, the only raids that I've had that are difficult to run... Come on. I don't have permission to loot that. Is here, let me pull them up here. Because I don't know names for raids at all, which is really sad. Here we go. Group Finder, raid. So Nighthold, specifically like Spellblade. So the second one. Am I stuck somewhere? I have a new role quest to do too. I'll start working on that in a little bit. Not as good as chicken fried rice, unfortunately, but stupid me. Well, A, it looks like there's something on my camera lens. Let me go fix that real quick. B, I forgot to turn off sleep mode. I hate to start this over again. Unless I have to. Freaking hate this mouse. Sorry guys, I didn't switch mics. Here I thought it was something completely different. Can't get this to stop though. This mouse sucks. Alright, we'll grab a different mouse. Wrong button. Let me switch mics real quick. Let me know if you got, shit. Let me know if audio is okay. Hopefully the audio for the time being works. We're going to try overclocking. The CPU, that is. Right. And the memory didn't hold either. Shit. Looking something up really quick here. So it looks like through all that, oh, those are the actual sticks. Okay, it did hold. We're good. Okay, so CPU ratio, manual. Oh god, they're gonna have me do this. God, I hope that's right. If not, I'm in trouble. Ah, wrong mouse. Fail. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit though. Keep here. Get rid of this mouse. I'm throwing. Fuck it. Sorry, guys. 4 gigahertz. You know what though? I am gonna up this voltage a little bit. Oh wait, no, that's good. 1.425. I want to start there. Let's go ahead and go from there. 4 gigahertz on this should be plenty for you guys. Where is that light coming through? Nope. Just off my arm up there. Oh wait, stop. Let's fix what happened before. Display settings. Power and sleep. Additional power settings. High performance. Never. Okay. Don't know how long that'll last till it crashes. So you guys should be hearing me again. Question, did you guys hear me earlier when I was working on that stuff? I feel like you should have been able to. There we go. I'm back. There. It's probably a cave, I would suspect here. Did I really cut out much at all when I did that? Like, I want to make sure I switched the audio over right and everything. Legion forces repelled. I feel like I have to go up this way, maybe? Possibly? Let's look. Ah, right here. Found it. No, maybe? Yes. So I just took a quick look. It's still running, so. The thing I love about protection is it's so good for AoE, like taking out a bunch of stuff. Single target though, it's a heck of a lot slower. Okay. The only one that, like I said, is really big is one with Spellblade in it, which is Nightspire. The rest of them, I don't really get any issues trying to stay north of 60 to 80. Okay. Oh, Facebook. Oh, he's that outside? That's weird. You know, so obviously, I'm not sure if anybody really knows this not, so I follow politics closely. I enjoy politics a lot. Not recently, but like during the election I did. But apparently Bernie Sanders' wife is under investigation. The caption is, well, I guess everybody's under investigation now. Which I think it's his wife, or they're touting bank fraud. I don't know enough to have an opinion on that. I would go to say I hope not, but you know, you never know in this world what people actually, what their real motives are and who they really are until, well, sometimes too late. Although I'll read it a little bit more, but the basic gist about it actually sounds like she just made a lot of bad decisions and caused a college to close because of it. I mean, shit happens. I don't want that on my stream, unfortunately, as much as I like Bernie. Okay. So there has to be a cave around here. Somewhere. Oh, there he is. Oh, he has 49,000 health. That's a little bit more than I thought. Probably should have went arms for it, but oh well. So let's take a quick look behind us, shall we? We're still doing good. Sweet. So after this, I'm going to go to High Mountain here and do a couple of these. Not a lot of good rewards, unfortunately. I think it's for the High Mountain tribe, right? Yeah. That's a dungeon, that's the tribe, that's the tribe, that's the tribe, so there's 3 here. One there for someone I can sell, so that'll work. Unfortunately, a friend of mine has had both of his dogs pass away in a period of about a month. I just had a pop up here. I'm not sure if you guys saw that or not. But somebody else had commented on it. I feel bad for the guy. I knew his dog wasn't doing well. I didn't know they had to put him down though. Guess I need to update my whatchamacallit description. Ooh, up to 77 degrees Celsius. That's kind of be expected, to be honest. Actually does not surprise me. I mean, that's not even like an extremely high temperature of any sort. I only did 25%. That's disappointing. Favorite race and class. So to give you my history, I started November 23rd, 2004. So that would be launch day. I wasn't a beta tester or anything like that. The first character that I played up to a pretty high level, which was mid-40s, which back then took like a month, was a human paladin. And then I went and re-rolled a night elf hunter. I do like hunters a lot. I don't like necessarily to play them. I like their design and kind of what they offer, but I do like them a fair bit. So I would go to say my favorite character is probably the Night Elf Hunter, like overall. I do like Warrior's probably been my most played class in recent history. Probably the last 2 expansions I played was probably my Warrior. Honestly, I'd go to say ICC. My Warrior was my main character at that point. So the favorite class to play would be Warrior. I like everything the Warrior has to offer. I miss the two-handed Fury though. That was something that was really cool back in the day. But overall, that's my favorite class to play. Would be a warrior, and then race. I mean, I'm blood elf, Turin. I played Turin warrior for a long time. Human would probably be, you know, another more favorite race of mine. Yeah, but I've always liked the play style and the mechanics of a warrior. But from a lore standpoint, I've always liked playing a hunter. I remember having to pull back in Molten Core as a hunter. That was always fun. That was back before Misdirect was there. You'd basically pull, have the warrior get it, feign death, things of that nature. The only thing is, like, Protection Warrior is kind of not very good right now, but I've always been a fan of the Warrior class. Arms Warrior's a little bit broken. They're working on nerfing them. Fury's okay, but Arms got really broken last patch. They hit really hard. They definitely made a lot of improvements. In my opinion, a lot of well-needed improvements, but you'll have people that disagree with that. And another character. Okay, I did that. Where's this little guy? Another class I played a lot is Shaman. So I have a. I think I'm a Blood Elf. Do I have? Can you be a Blood Elf Shaman? I don't remember. I do have a Shaman now. That's level 100. Haven't really played him much. Him, her, whatever it is. Going back to it, I did really like playing my Shaman a lot. Look up how to kill this guy here. Lord Cormac. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay. Figured it out. About time. So that one, and this one. Oops, I killed a live stream. Well, I didn't kill it, I exited out of it. Come on. There we go. So I do have enough to buy something now, that's nice. Look up nether shards here. So this guy's at the Broken Isles. Where's this guy at? I have to go all the way over there? What do I get for this? Let me even see if this is worth it. Let's see if this is worth it. Doesn't seem like a lot. Okay, so let's go to the Broken Isles. Let's go buy something, shall we? Red Paladin was fun. I played a Paladin quite a bit. Oops, nope, wrong way. So we're still going. I'm gonna go check on temperatures real quick. Okay, so I stopped it. I'll tell you why. First of all, temps are good. See if we can zoom in here a little bit. I don't know if it's going to let us or not. 50 degrees on the core. What I didn't like, and I'll show you here, and this is what I'm going to make adjustments. Let me see if it actually shows up here. Yeah, this is what I didn't like. I don't like that voltage. 1.46, not comfortable with that. So we're going to go ahead and lower that. I doubt, I'm going to down it to 1.375, but I know that's not going to be, that's going to be too low. I'm going to go to 1.4 first. And then we'll go to, if we feel daring, we'll go 1.375. So advanced AI tweaker 4. Okay. Now let's go ahead, see if we're stable. I would like it to keep as close to 1.4 as possible. It's spiking up that high. Doesn't surprise me, although it could be the offset. I could mess with the offset a little bit. Then zoom out for the time being. Okay. Yeah. No. I figure out what's going on with CPU-Z that's doing that. It's annoying. I'm going to go ahead and turn this. Adjust this a little bit. Nope. Adjust it down a little bit. Perfect. And then we're going back to gaming. I don't know if it has low line calibration or not. That's definitely a very good point. I'm going to look into that. Okay, who do I need to go see? I feel like this is the guy I'm looking for. Maybe him? Yes, this is the guy I'm looking for. So, let me see what I have here. Everything's 865. I feel like I want an 880 trinket though. Because that's relic. Plus, I would like a dedicated trinket for tanking. Because my lowest time is 855, most everything's high. That's a good trinket. There we go. That's what I'm looking at. Something with stamina. That was a good choice. Okay, so this is for protection. Arms. Let's switch the protection here. Fail. That's a pretty cool trinket. Oops. That's what I want. There we go. 4,000 HP. About freaking time. Okay. I feel like I should go to high mountain here. Actually, I should probably go to storm home. Get the rest of the nether shards. I should probably go high mountain rather. It's a pretty easy route here, so that would be high mountain, that's high mountain, that's high mountain. That's a pet battle, I want to do that. Let's do that one first. Sounds good. I'll have it streaming for a while. I'm going to have to get ready and go into the next little bit. I'll still got at least a half hour before I need to start packing up. So Still going. I'm okay with 4.28 if that's kind of where it's going to spike up to. Man, that temperature's good though. Why is that so low? I feel like it should be higher. I'm curious about something here. I'll be back. So something that's interesting, and this actually just dawned on me. My 1700X would pull over 1.4 volts at stock, and it ran a little warm. This one is obviously overclocked 1.4 volts, but it is I'm running a 55 watt TDP. I didn't move it around to show you. 55 watts. That is amazing, and that's why it's running the temperature it is. That's a good chip. That's a really good chip. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, let me move you back here. Oh, I just realized I never switched it back when I sat down here. Fail. Oh well. Let me switch video back here. There we go. So, okay, I'm not sure if you guys actually heard or not, but I'll tell you. So, I went over there and looked at the voltage. Voltage is better, 1.428 is where it's hitting at. What's interesting though, my 1700X at stock, it's like 1.4, and at 95 watt TDP, it runs a fair bit hotter. This is only running about 55 watts. That's impressive. That is impressive. So I was reading some of your earlier comments, crackling ice. Yes, indeed. Spellblade is a rough fight. And that felt good. Wonder if the audio gets picked up on that. It's not going to be card, unfortunately. Your GPU is not going to make a huge difference, unfortunately. I turned everything down to nothing and I only gained like 40 FPS. Really wasn't a whole heck of a lot. Probably my stream only plays in 60 frames per second, but it's actually running at like 100 plus. I don't have the bandwidth through Comcast. I get 10 megabit per second upload, and that's the fastest they offer. Because according to them, upload is not important to them and their customers. Which I found completely asinine. That there's a lot of people that benefit from uploaders, including streamers. Yeah, I got an upgrade. That's a shocker. Okay, that's one. Come on. Not in combat anymore. Oh, here. There we go. Oh, speaking of which, I do have an EVGA card. Fail. Forgot to do this part. My problem is this doesn't have any PCI Express connectors. I'll do that one. Come on. There we go. Oh, it only has 100% power target. Well, it doesn't surprise me because it's probably already pushing out 95 or 75 watts of power. Let's go check again, shall we? I just wait for a little bit of movement. Looking good. We are looking good. Okay. Who is Kappa? They're probably referring to me. And then thank you for reminding me that that was too low. Damn it. Stuck. Damn. Damn. Person's killing shit too quick. Ah. Gotcha. Well, thanks for informing me that my mic or my camera's a little bit too low, because bet you that wouldn't be the first or last person to make that joke. So far, yeah. So the computer I'm streaming on right now is a 1600. I am currently overclock testing the 1700. So I'll shoot up here real quick if you haven't been following. So I have it overclocked. These are the temperature, voltages. You see the 1700. I have it running at 4 gigahertz right now. So. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe I have the microphone too high. That's just a thought. That's muted, so. Still going here. Temps are looking phenomenal. 48 degrees Celsius with an H100i. Go here. I leave what, 2 more? Yes, 2 more, and then I'll be done with this part. I don't know how long that's running for, but so far pretty rock solid stable. I don't know if well, I'm fine. Let me switch over here to that. Make sure I'm back up. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. We're going to lower the voltage one more step. I don't know if this will pop up or not. You might get, yep. You guys got the error. I had to do some janky shit. I basically had to record this entire time. So just going to delete today's file. Oops, don't want that. Yeah, I'm going to delete today's file. That will free up some space. What happens is it tries to auto turn off. Oops. It'll auto turn off if I don't have it on record. So that's what I do. Okay. Let's go 1.375. Okay. This might be a little bit low to go for, but we'll find out. Okay, to answer your question, scoot in front of the case here. Turn this so I can see. Actually, going to attempt to move the entire camera. I'm going to attempt to turn this so you can see. Oh, I'm clicking on something. So, I have an H100i up here, and for those of you watching me build this, oops, ghetto ass mounting for the win. For those of you guys watching me build this, there's next to no RAM clearance between the fan and the RAM, and I have the GTX 1080 AIO here. So, probably still a little bit to clean up on the cable management side, but overall not bad. I still have to plug in the storage SSD, but that's how it is set up for you. Let's scoot this back over here. Let's go ahead and open up our favorite programs again. There we go. Oh, yeah, because I didn't end it, I all that forward. Oops. Okay. What's cool is look at that wattage. That's nothing. It's annoying. We gotta run the back side here. I want to make it so we can, it's like as soon as I tie this down. Perfect. So now we can see maximum voltage and temperature. Shoot. Now let me switch back. Okay, you go down. Where am I at? Should have 2 more to do. Where did I fly out to? Okay, I'm going to do that one. Why not try 4.1? So that's actually not a number I'm really interested in. So to give you an idea, and I don't want to do this on stream, I don't have a ton of time. Maybe that's a good idea for another stream, so I'll keep that in mind. To get the 4.1 from a lot of my colleagues I've talked to, they're also messing with Ryzen, takes a fair bit of, like a lot of tweaking. And it's not that I'm against any of that, but it definitely does take a lot of time. Ryzen takes a metric butt ton of voltage basically to go any higher than 4. Like, yes, I can easily hit, you know, if I had, I mean, technically I probably have the cooling for it. But the other thing is I don't want to go basically like 1.4 volts for every day is as high as I want to go for every usage, because I'm usually streaming, I do a lot of Adobe, I game and multitask a lot, so I'm usually pushing my CPU quite far, and I just don't feel comfortable above 1.4 volts on this long term. So that's another thing, is I just don't think I can hit 1.4 without really upping the voltage, like 1.45, 1.5, and that's kind of why I'm not jumping to do it right away, at least not right now, because I just got this CPU. I literally bought it off the street from somebody. I kid you not. Okay, one more. I'll go to this one. So we're currently at still 1.46 volts, 47 degrees Celsius. That's really good. I'm happy with that. Yep, I'm not in the mood for this fried rice. Chicken fried rice and fried rice are not the same thing. Yes, so my current configuration, and let me bring up my main screen here. So I have a 1600 running basically 3.8, 3.9 gigahertz. I'm using a Hyper 212 eval running 1.38 volts. Max temp 77 degrees, 1050 Ti running about there, and my RAM is 2666 megahertz. So now I'm also streaming at 1440p, and I'm streaming level 7 settings, or level 5, excuse me. So fair bit of power considering I'm streaming as well. So I turned it down to 5 because I like the better frame rate. You guys are only seeing 30 of the massive amount of FPS I am getting. You're not seeing any higher than that because that's what Comcast limits me to. So. Where's everybody else at? That was easy. So, what I find incredibly interesting, I'll show you guys a comparison. This CPU is pushing out roughly 85 watts is the max. That's the maximum that this 1600 is putting out. However, let me get this involved too. The Ryzen 7 running faster at a higher voltage is pushing out less, 50. And I'm not entirely sure why. So that is going to be a video for another day. Might actually put the Ryzen. I have a 1700 or 1700X as well. I can look at my fiance's because she has a 1700 in hers, and I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just got a really good chip. That's definitely a possibility. Everybody left. Guess it's just me. Nice. I mean, here's the thing. I got mine day one, both my 1700X and my 1600. The 1700 I bought for my fiance, and this 1700 will purchase after day one. So I'm wondering if we're getting differently binned chips. I have to wonder. Because, I'll be honest, I can't get my system to boot without 1.35 volts at 4 gigahertz. Or 3.8 gigahertz rather, this 1600. So, I have to wonder if I just got really lucky in the silicone lottery or what. Now, what are you pairing your CPU with, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what video card? That's cool. Did not know that. Definitely appreciate you letting me know about that. See what I get for this. Okay, let's see what I got here. Coin, boots I don't need. Guess not horrible, but I'm gonna sell that. Yeah, I'm gonna boots. I'll just hurt the dollar on that. I can't see. The speaker's in the way. There we go. Let's go ahead and check up on the Elgato again. Wow. I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. Wow. That's good. I can't wait to start using that for real. Cool. I'll download it. I mean, I don't know. I just go on and do a couple world quests every day, and that's it. Just saw something about my fiance, and I had to laugh because it's true. Good there. Good there. Okay, let's send some people out. Why are they not helping? That's the case, then that's all I'm sending. What are my recommended settings in WoW? Let's find out. exactly what I have them set at, interestingly enough. Which is level 5. But that's with the 1050 Ti. With the 1080 Ti, I actually don't know off the top of my head. Some artifact stuff. Saw something earlier. Yes, did see this. Okay. How much resources do I have? 2,800. I didn't feel like I had more than that. I feel like that's for alts. Nope, this is 1440 on this particular. So that's what's impressive. I mean, so I'm running a 3.8 gigahertz Ryzen chip with a GTX 1080 Ti, level 5 settings, only because I feel like anything higher would probably kill my frame rate. Let's move it to 6. Yeah, it definitely jumps down a fair bit. I got 16 gigs of RAM. Oh, you know what? I need to charge my phone. My phone's almost dead. How's everything out here? Put that on there. The moment when the fucking healer has more health than you. Or almost as much. I like 1440. It definitely gives you a little bit different feel than 1080, but doesn't take an enormous amount of power to necessarily run games on like medium high. I can't because, well, I guess I could. Full screen, 1080, 10. I just have to go full screen, which is annoying for me. Here's the other problem. The game does not look right on 1080p on my screen because my native resolution is 1440. So, but I'll do it just for you. I always, request there. This fried rice wasn't that good. That moment when the priest did the second most damage on the boss. That's funny. You know what? If the priest wants to be like that, I will follow him. So he's our healer. What's up, Hector? Can you please tell me what card you use on my PC? Okay, so this current computer, so the one that I'm live streaming with, is using a GTX 1050 Ti 4 gig. And as per your request, I am running 1080p level basic max settings. Now, you wouldn't get this kind of frame rate for rating, no doubt about that, but I am on Ryzwn. Real quick, Hector, just in case you missed it here. Let me get this going. Oh, I'm running full screen. That's annoying. I am currently overclocking a Ryzen 7 chip. Really, really low on the whatchamacallit. Yeah. Oh God. We go full screen window because it's not looking correct. There we go. Unfortunately, bud. Oh wait, where the hell am I going? I have to go 1440p because it's messing up the stream if I don't. Yeah, my settings are down to shit. Well, here, let me try to do this without it messing up. No. Shit. That is... you guys just deal with this for now. I'm actually somewhat cut off here, it looks like. Alright, I'm going to put my settings back. Just so it looks better. Okay, what about a GTX 1060, 10 settings RAID 1080p with Ryzen 1600? That was a little tricky because rating, if you've seen him other raids, rating is tough. Level 10 settings, I'm not even sure what kind of frame rate you could get, even with the top and the notch hardware. I'll tell you this. I would probably go to say you wouldn't run level 10 settings because of, like, things like view distance can just kill, and I mean absolutely kill your frame rate. Oh, great. Damn it. Looks like I gotta kill the stream while I'm here shortly. Let me respond back. 4. So I would go to say you should have pretty good frame rate, level 8 settings. Things like view distance and things like that just kill your frame rate. I mean absolutely kill your frame rate. I actually failed. I should actually be good. Damn it. That's bullcrap. I should be good to finish up this instance, and then I'll have to call it at night. I actually have plans with family, unfortunately. And family is relatively important. If you guys know my history, you know how important I feel it is to spend time with family and things of that nature. So don't hate me too much. Oops. So the answer, sorry, go back. Level 8 settings should be fine. I would go to say 10 might be a little bit much for it, for rating, just because of things like view distance and spell detail will just crush your CPU performance. I would say 8 would be more comfortable. You might be able to do 10. I just don't know with like rates like Spellblade, if you'll get any good frame rate. I mean, I have a 1080, GTX 1080, and I have to run, at level 10 settings, I was getting like 25 FPS during like Spellblade and things like that. So, definitely just keep that in mind. And yes, if you want the Kaby Lake i5, you'd be a couple frame rates higher, and I literally mean a couple. So now I'm back to running level 5 1440p just because it was messing with the stream. It definitely is a good chip. It can run probably most games medium high, and some other games ultra. Like it could, WoW honestly takes a lot more power than people realize. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good time to build a PC, with the exception of the fact that anything between $150 and $300 on the GPU side is overpriced. Power consumption's at an all-time low. Power per watt's on an all-time low. There's competition. It's not something I can say is something we've seen in a while. competition across the board. So it's definitely a good time to, with the exception of the Bitcoin mining debacle, it's a pretty good time to be building. Considering I bought this 1050 Ti brand new, still sealed in the box for $60, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, the 1080 Ti is more powerful. It's probably pretty close to like a GTX 780 if you want to compare old flagship to newer entry-level cards. So I got Withering Essences, which apparently I need 50 for something. So that'll be good. So guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to take one more look. Still good. I'm going to chalk that up as a decent overclock. I'm going to head out, family and stuff like that, but let me, as soon as you guys can see more of me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. You can call us a lot of different things. The 300 subscribers a stream, the Ryzen 7 4 gigahertz GTX 1080 overclocked hybrid, whatever stream, whatever you guys want to call it. Definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it very much. But as always, this is Steve from PC Budget Solutions. I'll see you guys later on down the road. And